Hey yoga lovers, it's Mike. Welcome to another class. Nadi is here, he might join us. We're going to drop in the sutras of creativity and manifestation. Same thing really. Solar plexus. I'm sweating already, I'm not sure why. Solar plexus right underneath the... just do this with me actually, just press into here. This actually stimulates your stomach and spleen as well, but our solar plexus just under the sternum will trigger a release and activation of the solar plexus chakra. That's where we're going to drop in the sutras. When we lie on our back, we'll have our elbows out wide, fingers gently touching each other so that we can have a physical connection with it if you want. Alright guys, so lying on your back, knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat. You can take your tailbone off the mat and then re-imprint it. And if you want, you can cross your feet at the ankles and bring your knees out wide towards your armpits and then re-imprint. I'm actually going to do something different today. I'm just going to bring my arms above me. I'm going to bend my elbows out wide. As long as the palms are facing the ceiling, that opens up the chest area. This is a surrender pose, exaggerating the heel placement so they're super wide. Clear the throat through the nose and draw in your Ujjayi breath. And breathing through the restriction in the base of the throat. Every exhale, the pulse sort of softens and settles down a little bit. Nice guys, bring your awareness to the big toes of both feet. Body scan, drawing a line from the big toes through the arches to the heels, outer edges of the feet to little toes and the remainder of the toes. So circles around the base of the feet. This is where we start our spiral. Caressing the tops of feet and then spiraling up shins and calves. So the calves melt away from the bone, they soften. Getting a little bit of a cramp there. Might need to take some magnesium in their knees. And then spiraling down thighs and hamstrings. Hips, lower back and buttocks heavy on the mat. Nice and easy guys. Heavy, belly soften and sinking. On the exhale, all the magic happens on the exhale. Middle back imprints, diaphragm lifts on the exhale, softens, chest softens, upper back. And then through the armpits, the arms are heavy, regardless of placement. And the neck is long, the jaw is soft, tongue rests on the roof of the mouth usually. Eyes soft, falling away from the eyelids into their sockets, and then brow bone soft. And you can start to bring your inner gaze to the base of the sternum there, solar plexus. Get a feel for it. Getting fascinated with your pulse. Now if you want to bring your hands to rest on the lower rib cage, fingertips gently draped over the solar plexus base of sternum, you can do that. I'm just going to keep my arms in surrender, kind of like that. That sort of makes you more open to receiving maybe. I'll drop the sutras in 4 times each. These are like good wishes or intentions, and then I'll say them twice all together. So the first sutra is desire. 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 Second sutra is intention. 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 Third sutra is will, 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 and fourth sutra is destiny. Destiny, destiny, destiny. Desire, intention, will, destiny, desire, intention, will, and destiny. Beautiful, guys. So when we drop in desire, we want to have the understanding about evolutionary impulses. So why we're here, what is our purpose? Intention, once we have that understanding about evolutionary desires, not about compulsive desires, drives them forward. Will, people talk about willpower. You don't need any power to exercise your will. You could be on your deathbed and still exercise will. Will drives it so far forward, or the momentum is so much that there's just no going back. So you have an understanding of why you're here, what your life purpose is. Intention drives it forward. Will drives it so that you have to make this happen. And then the destiny is the full realization of those goals. Might have dropped the destiny there. I'm not sure what happened there, guys, but the intention is there. Sway your thighs side to side like windscreen wipers. I might do a side stretch today. We don't normally do this in yin, but we'll just sort of do some breath flow first and then maybe finish with a hip stretch. So coming all the way up on our hands and knees, spread your fingers wide, longest fingers face forward. Knee-based plank, guys. Exhale, lengthen through the armpits. Chin touch around your back. Plank. Exhale. Plank. Exhale. Keep going, guys. Good job, guys. And then walk your knees and hands forward. Inhale, drop your belly. And then exhale, hips touch, chin tuck, around your back. Lengthen through the armpits. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale. Now in yoga, we're always breathing in and out of our nose only. And then circles. So we widen the knee placement. It's a lot easier with wide knees and wide hands. So we feel the head of the femur inside the hip joint there, yeah? I don't know what my head's doing, guys. And then circles in the other direction. Good job, guys. And then child's pose. Good job, guys. And come all the way up. Let's revisit toe stretch. I think that's Marty's bottom there. Oh, and there he is. Hi, baby. You're going to do toe stretch or paw stretch? Oh, look in the cubby house. You're going in the cubby house. Oh. Alright, so toe stretch, guys. I'll show you what it looks like from the side. We tuck our toes and then slowly sitting on our heels. Nadi's in Savasana already and we'll join him. You little cute heart. Now, I've got my palms flat on the mat, but it might be more comfortable if you flip it with a tight fist, that'll take pressure off the wrists. And was it this week or last week we did some forearm stretching, so hopefully that'll make it a little easier. Now with time, you'll be able to walk your torso upright and sending the full torso weight through the hips into the toes. But for now, just hanging out like this is completely fine, okay? So Nadi's gonna get his bits and pieces chopped off. Oh my God, I thought I'd get him and we'll both get done. But no, I want to keep mine. And while he's having that done, I'm going to go for a motorcycle practice. Oh no, what's going to happen? I still don't know why I need to do it, but I think it's good to have the dogs desexed. He's such a little cutie. He's got his harness on, ready for a walk. So how's everyone going at home? I really enjoy it. This lockdown has been fantastic. Introverts love this, by the way. Extroverts are dying. I think they'd be struggling, but I'm by nature an introvert. I like being on my own. Just a few more breaths, guys. Kind of feel like I want to do Psoas next. Good job, guys, and then change. Coming into your elbows. Beautiful. Hey. Alright guys, we'll do a lunge, so you want to grab a pillow or a rolled up towel, or a folded up towel and a rolled up towel. We're going to target psoas. Oh, you've lost my head. I'll come back to you. So basically psoas is a deep hip. It's inside the hip muscle here. So the next stretch we're going to do, we'll feel it in the thigh first, and then we'll tuck the tailbone and we'll try and target through here. Psoas works with QL, quadratus lumbarum, to sort of keep you upright. So it's really, really good. A lot of people do the first part of the stretch, which is a warm-up, thinking they're doing psoas, but they're not, so I'll get you there. My head's going to cut off just for a moment, which might be nice for some of you. So we're kneeling on a cushion. We're going to take a big step with a front foot and then lunge down. Now this is just a warm-up, so I'm going to flatten that back foot, so the top of the foot's on the mat. And what you're only going to be feeling in the thigh, the back thigh, just for now. This is really, really cool. Now I like to stretch the quad first, the thigh, just to get the get it out of the way so we can isolate psoas more in the second stage. So just hang in there for a few breaths. Nice, guys, and then chained, come all the way up. Now, you're not going to see my head for a second. So what I'm going to do is square my hips. Quite often, the front hip comes forward. We don't want that. We want to square the hips and then tuck the tailbone. So that the butt cheek of the back leg is really engaged. So we tuck the tailbone, the hips go up, and then we bend this front right knee and then lunge. And you want to keep upright. There I am, hi. And then just that little amendment, that engagement of the back butt cheek, the tuck of the tailbone will isolate the stretch psoas. It's deep in the hip bone. People are really excited when they get this stretch. So you want to stay upright. And keep tucking the tailbone, guys. And as a last amendment, you can actually draw or imagine a line being drawn from this hip diagonally to this knee. So you can put one hand behind and the free hand over the knee, and then twist. So this shoulder is going towards this knee, and that can increase it even more. Keep going. Oh. Wow, kapow. Boy, did I need this. So keep tucking that tailbone. Keep drawing this hip diagonally towards that knee. That's like the imaginary line. And good job, guys. Change, straighten, and if you want, you can crab crawl. Okay, beautiful. I'm not wearing the right shorts for this. But they're cute. So we'll do a warm-up. Oh, and I've disappeared again. Nadi, you could have picked a better spot. Hi. So today, I'm ringing a pattern maker because I've had these designs for men's shorts that are kind of yoga inspired, but I want them to be able to be worn without underwear, but also look really cool. So it'd be like a wrap pant or something like that. Wrap pant. We'll see. Nice, guys. So remember, we're just relaxing. We're just feeling it in the thigh for now, not the psoas. P-S-O-A-S. It's got a cute spelling. All right, and then change. Now we're going to come upright, and remember, we're going to tuck the tailbone, draw this hip diagonally towards that front knee. You can even just use your hands as a guide and tuck your tailbone, guys. So keep the tuck of the tailbone. And you want to feel it in the belly there, okay? Just inside that hip joint, that iliac crest. In there, guys. Keep the tuck of the tailbone, drawing this hip towards that knee. It's a deep belly stretch. So we sit down a lot, we drive, all that kind of stuff. That compresses it, so we're trying to undo all that. A few more breaths. Alright, guys, and then change. And then crab crawl. Oh, that felt good. Ah, thank you, Nadi. Thank you, Nadi. Alright, so we're heading towards Savasana. What we're going to do is a hip stretch. So what I want you to do is straighten one leg, and the toes of the opposite leg we want to slide underneath the knee capsule. So it's not outside, it's inside. And with the opposite hand, we're going to grab the outside of the thigh and twist. Now, the shoulder on the outside, you really want to stay on the mat. So eventually what will happen is that your knee will touch the mat and your shoulder will touch the mat. This is a spinal twist. And this hand behind you can go at a 90 degree at the shoulder and knee. So the hand's up here, if you can see it. That'll just relax it out, open it up a little bit. So we're chasing a stretch in the top hip. And if you want to go further, you can bring this leg out in front and do a bit of an ITB. It takes it out of the hip more into the ITB, which I think we did yesterday or the day before. But you guys get to choose. I kind of like keeping it like this. This is opens up your intercostals as well, so this will help with breathing. And then change. And then I like to grab the inside of the bent knee and bring it out wide, just to open up the groin just a little. You know what I've realised, guys? We haven't done crazy lady groin stretch, so I'll try and do it sometime this week, if someone can remind me. And for those of you that don't know what crazy lady groin stretch is, it's self-titled. In Sanskrit, I don't think they call it crazy lady groin stretch, but it's basically double this, and it's full on. All right, and then straighten that leg. Beautiful, guys. We'll do the other side. Excuse my bottom. So you're going to straighten the leg we just had bent, hook the toes underneath, and then pull across. I find this deeply satisfying. So you're going to feel it in the hip. Also, some of you might be lumbar or thoracic through here. The intercostals, the arm placement it makes a big difference. You can almost feel it in the armpit too, pec minor. You have it like this, beautiful. Nice, guys. Just every exhale, that knee gets closer and closer to the mat. But all the time in the world. And then change. And then same side, pulling it out wide, straightening that leg. Nadi, your position is just ridiculous. And then change. Well done, guys. Arms overhead, interlace the fingers. And Savasana. I really enjoyed that, guys. I needed that. Crazy lady groin stretch. Look out. So feeling out your pulse. You can do this with straight leg or bent leg. Nice, guys. Stretch your arms overhead. Just come upright for namaste. Excuse me, Nadia. Alright guys, thank you so much. I don't know if I got the sutras right then. They were the right sutras, but I might have skipped saying one 4 times. I can't remember. It's just one of those things. This is typical for one of my yoga classes. I always forget something, but it's alright. Alright guys, well, you might feel some tingling through the front of hip. Yeah, that's pretty normal. And but you will live. And I can't wait to do crazy lady groin stretch. We'll look out for that. Have a beautiful day, guys, and namaste.